Hello and welcome to the session. Today we are going to do something very different from Indian folk and tribal art. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of origami. So this is a very nice looking origami. You can call it a vase. You can even use it as a pen stand, or you can store any of your art supplies in it like this. So let's get started. So for this, what we are going to use is just a little bit of origami papers. Showing you. So these are the papers that I'll be using, and a little bit of glue. That's about it. That's all that we need for this workshop. Now it depends whether you want to make a small vase or a big one. So according to that, we can use the size of the paper will matter according to that. So today let's use a warm color scheme. So here I'm using some red, orange, maybe I'll look for a yellow. So yeah, these are the three colors that I'm choosing to make, and let's go with the black one for the base. So let's start with black, red, orange, and then yellow. So the basic idea is we need to make separate segments or separate sections like this, and then we are going to attach them together to create this. Now once this is ready, it's going to be very sturdy for you to put flowers inside. You can make a bigger size one, and you can add a lot of different things, like you can even keep pencils. It's a very nice pencil stand as well, and it looks very pretty. So here let's start. The first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to cut these into 4 parts. So each color we will need either 4 sheets, or then you can also cut smaller sheets like me over here with the origami paper. So I'm just going to fold it and then cut it into 4 different parts. This is a very simple craft, and the outcome is really beautiful. So if you can see, so the initial part is very simple, and even the folds that we are going to be using in this is extremely simple. Now in origami there are quite a lot of folds. So there is something called as a mountain fold, there is something called as a valley fold, and all of us know this one fold, like, because we make this right from childhood, which is the rocket fold, which looks like an aeroplane. Sometimes we make rockets, so that's the rocket fold. And yeah, these are some of the few folds that we use in origami, and these are just the basic folds that we use in each and every origami thing that we make. Now origami comes from Japan, or it's a Japanese traditional art form, and a lot of complicated to simple designs can be made. So in the past I have made around, so there's a saying in Japan that if you make 1,000 origami paper cranes, it's supposed to be very lucky. And in fact I had made a few thousand ones because I had to kind of decorate a place with the cranes, and yes, it took me a lot of time, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, make some cranes. Let's see if you also get some luck with that. So basically I'm just, for those who are just watching right now, I'm just cutting my papers into smaller parts to make this origami vase. Okay, it could be a vase, it could be used as a pencil stand, anything. Okay, even you can even store your makeup brushes. So now I'm going to be using 4 different colors, but you can also make it single color or maybe just dual color. So keep repeating the 2 colors and make layers. or you can use one single color throughout to make this vase really pretty. Also, another thing that you can do is after you make the vase, you can also draw or paint on it to make it a little more creative. Okay, here we go, and now going on to the final one. So the basic idea is that each layer is going to be with 4 papers. So now you can use an entire sheet to make it, or you can make smaller parts just like this, but make sure it's a proper square that you're using. Okay, so now after I'm done with this, let's start folding the paper. Okay, now to fold the paper, it's very simple. Let's start with the black one. Now I'm going to do an upward fold or a mountain fold like this. Okay, now I'm going to take the 2 edges. Now imagine this is a mountain. Okay, I'm going to take the 2 edges to the top and just crease it on both the sides. Okay, so it becomes again into a square. Okay, now I'm going to open this up again, and I'm going to fold this mountain or get it downwards, make a valley fold. Okay, and that's all that we need to make to create this beautiful piece. Okay, that's all that we need to do. Now this is very repetitive. Now you have to repeat the same thing. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to open this up. Okay, fold this small part. Okay, like you see, fold this part over here like a diamond and then shut it. Okay, so that's exactly what we need, and we need to make a few of these. Alright, I'm going to show you with another colored paper, because so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so here we go. Just make sure that whenever you're putting creases or whenever you're aligning it, make sure it's done properly or precisely, so that you get clean edges, or whatever origami product that you're making, it looks really clean and neat. Okay, so here this is what you do. Open one flap and then close the second flap behind. Pretty simple. That's it. That's all that you need, and then you need to make them. It's a very repetitive process. So when you're making a lot of these, it's almost very meditative if you continue making this with some music in the background probably. Okay, now once I'm done with the 4 of the one color, let me move on to showing you how to attach it. Now all that we need today is just paper, okay, or origami paper. If you don't have origami paper, you can make your own origami paper, which is just cut them into squares in whatever size that you want to make your vase in. Okay, now make sure that all these squares are of equal size. So today the number of squares that we'll be using is 12 plus 1. Okay, or it can also be bigger in size. You can use 12, you can use maybe even more, whatever size. If you want to make it slightly longer and make a long vase, then you can go ahead and do that as well. It could also be 16 plus 1. I think I'm going to make a 16 plus 1 today. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment box and I will try and reply to them. if you have any questions about any other art forms as well, you can go ahead and ask me. So let me introduce myself. I think I forgot to do that. My name is Janvi and I am from the Rooftop team, and today I am glad to come here and show you all a little bit of what we do every day in a lot of workshops. We do quite a lot of in-person workshops in a lot of different places, so do check our website and check our app, follow us on Instagram. We recently came in the midday newspaper as well on Saturday. There was an article written about our app, so do check it out. And if you guys end up making these with us, definitely post it on the group, on the WhatsApp group. The link is in the description box below, or you can also post it on your Instagram and definitely tag us at Rooftop app and we will repost it. We also have an upcoming online workshop session for Pichwai art. Do check it out. Again, you can go on to the website and check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I can guarantee. Okay, now the process is the same, where we repeat the same thing. That is, you make the triangle, take it up, oh, it was in midday newspaper, so maybe we'll share it. If you're there on our WhatsApp group, we'll share it again and you can read it. We'll share the link with you and you can check it out. So yeah, we have a question asking us on which paper was the article you mentioned. So and she doesn't stay in India, so it was in midday newspaper and it was a Saturday edition on 15th. So we'll be sharing maybe we'll share the link and you can check it out over there. Okay, I'm on the final color right now, and then we can start assembling it. Two more to go. Okay, so the basic idea is to have 4 of these made for one row. One row will have 4 papers, okay, attached together. And if you want the vase to be slightly bigger in size, then you can add many more. Like you can, instead of adding 4, you can even add 6 and go about it. So 6, but the number of layers that you put should be equal. So even this will have 6, this will have 6. So you know, you can make a nice big sized vase as well. So the number absolutely depends on how big you want the vase to be. Alright, so let's get to the next step. Okay, so since we're starting with the black first at the bottom, okay, it's like almost like fire, right? Starting from the bottom with black, then I'm moving on to red, then orange, and then yellow. Alright, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to glue on one side of the triangle like this. So if this is my paper, here is where I will put. So on either on the right side or the left side, you can decide, any one side, you put a little bit of glue, okay, only on one triangle, and then you take the other one and you kind of put it inside just like this. You slip it in and you continue. So you're going to do that with all the 4 pieces just like this, okay. And then let's move on to the next one. Okay, the basic idea is just to join the 4 pieces together. Okay, I'm just going to open this up. So if I can get it a little closer here, I'm going to fold it back again just like this. Simple process. Okay, so just this, and then move on to the last one. Now make sure all of these flaps that you have, that we can fold up and down, are inwards. Okay, make sure it's all inside or inwards. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now the last one, I'm going to put glue on one side and I'm going to just curve it around and slip it in to the first one. Okay, so just like this. So we have this small little pattern that we've created, or like a box shape that we've created just like this at the bottom. You can see this, yeah, just like this at the bottom. We've created like a box shape or a hexagon shape. It looks, it's very like, you know, the illusion is like it's like a hexagon, but it's nothing but a square shape. Okay, so it's like a square, and then there's a square at the bottom as well. So if you see here, there's a square over here and square on top as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and we are going to repeat the same steps. Okay, so I'm just going to keep them together. Put the glue. Now even if you don't put the glue, it will stay, but it won't be sturdy enough. So I would recommend you to put the glue so that it's a little stronger. Second one going in. Final one, and finally into the last one. And let's repeat this with the other 2 colors also that we have. Okay, now we want these flaps to be inwards, something like this, from layer 2 onwards. So from the layer 2 onwards, we want these flaps okay, to come out. Like, see, this is the one that is shut like this, but we want these flaps to fix it onto the, so something like this, right? We want to fix it over here, so that's why we want the flaps to be outside. Okay, so 2 are done, 2 more to go. Let's quickly finish this. There we have it, and the final. Okay, and then let's go with the last one, which is the yellow. Maybe sometime in this month we'll also do maybe some origami flowers that we can put in this vase, which will look amazing. Okay, and let's now fix this inwards, and we are done with the layers. Now for the base, we are going to start something. We are just going to have one last piece of square, like, you know, maybe we can use the black one itself. Okay, so here we have the fourth one. So I'm just going to take the other part, like, you know, just one more extra black, and what I'm going to do is, this is a little different fold than before. Now here I'm just going to do the plus sign, or, you know, there are 2 basic folds in origami which you have to start in each of them, is the plus one and then a you know, like the multiplication sign, so like diagonal fold. So here this is just a basic fold. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I am going to now get all the corners in the center. Okay, so I'm just going to take all the corners and put it in the center. To create the base of this vase. Now what you can do is, you have a little bit of a gap inside over here. Like if you see here, like there is a little bit of gap. So what you can do is, you can just put this inwards and fix the base. Okay, so the base will be fixed properly. So now before putting, or before slipping that in, I'm going to put a little bit of Fevicol or glue, any glue. You can use any type of glue. You can use white glue, or you can use even the colorless ones, or even the glue stick can be used. So I'm just going to put it inwards and fix them there. Okay, moving on to the last one quickly. Just like that, and there we have the base. Now for the flaps that are there inside, we're just going again putting a little bit of glue inwards as well and sticking them. Okay, so this is the basic base that we have. Now the next part is we have all these different layers. Now what I'm going to do is, so for all these layers, so we have these flaps that are outwards. Okay, so here on the flaps I'm just putting a little bit of glue. And let me quickly align this with the first layer, and I'm going to stick it inwards. So from inside you're just going to press it inwards, okay, and stick it to the first layer, and you will see this nice shape forming. So if you have smaller stationery like paper clips, etc., you can make a small bowl like this where you can put the things, and you can use that as a tiny bowl on your desk, like a desk organizer. So let me just quickly show you a front view. So this can be used as a small table, on the table you can put some smaller items, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So now let's continue this and make this bigger like this. Okay, so now you can even do a single layer, you can do double layer, 3, and you can even go higher than this. So you can make it as you wish. Let's get back to finishing this. Again, aligning it properly and sticking inwards. Just like this. Let's go with the final layer. It already looks like this right now, okay, with the 3 layers. And now going for the final one. Okay, going for the final one now, just sticking it again inwards. And there we have it, it's all ready. So this is the flower vase that we have. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Let me quickly give you a front view. So this is what we have made today. Like if you see, it looks like fire because there's a little bit of black, so maybe this is the coal, and that's where the fire has all started. So red, orange and yellow, and this is a pastel theme one that I had made earlier to show you. I hope you guys enjoyed the workshop today, and definitely make it. And you can add flowers, you can add stationery, and send us a picture on our Instagram handle or tag us there, and definitely share it on WhatsApp groups. And if you guys are here for the first time, we have a WhatsApp group, you can join it. The link is in the description box below. And yes, keep creating such things every day with us. Bye bye. Thank you.